Donald Trump, a name synonymous with disruption, controversy, and a relentless pursuit of what he perceives as America's best interests. From the boardroom to the Oval Office, his unorthodox style has left an indelible mark. Nowhere is this more evident than on the global stage, where his foreign policy moves have sparked debate, ignited tensions, and reshaped long-standing alliances. Trump's approach to international relations has been characterized by a disdain for traditional diplomacy, a preference for bilateral deals, and a willingness to challenge established norms. His critics accuse him of isolationism, protectionism, and even xenophobia. His supporters, however, praise his strength, his decisiveness, and his commitment to putting America first. Love him or hate him, there's no denying that Trump's presidency has been a turning point in American foreign policy. His actions have sent shockwaves across the globe, forcing world leaders to recalibrate their strategies and adapt to a new reality. The full extent of his impact may not be known for years to come, but one thing is certain: the world will never be the same. Few issues are as complex and sensitive as the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. In early 2025, Trump proposed relocating Palestinians from Gaza to Egypt and Jordan. The plan was met with swift condemnation from the international community. Critics accused Trump of ignoring international law and Palestinian rights. Human rights groups labeled it as ethnic cleansing. The Palestinian Authority rejected the proposal, reaffirming a two-state solution. The plan was more of a rhetorical bombshell than a viable policy. From the outset of his presidency, Trump identified China as America's primary economic rival. He accused Beijing of unfair trade practices, intellectual property theft, and currency manipulation, arguing that these actions were costing American jobs and undermining U.S. economic competitiveness. In response, Trump launched a trade war with China, slapping tariffs on billions of dollars worth of Chinese goods. The trade war, characterized by tit-for-tat tariffs and escalating rhetoric, sent shockwaves through the global economy. Businesses on both sides of the Pacific felt the pain, as did consumers who faced higher prices on a wide range of goods. The International Monetary Fund warned that the trade war was a threat to global economic growth. Beyond trade, Trump also took aim at Chinese technology companies, particularly Huawei, a telecommunications giant. Accusing Huawei of being a tool of the Chinese government and a national security threat, Trump moved to restrict the company's access to the U.S. market and pressured allies to do the same. Trump's confrontational approach to China marked a significant departure from the policies of his predecessors, who had generally sought to engage Beijing economically and diplomatically. His actions have had a profound impact on the U.S.-China relationship, ushering in an era of heightened competition and mistrust that is likely to persist for years to come. Section 4. Petrodollars and Politics, the Saudi Connection. Trump's relationship with Saudi Arabia was a defining feature of his foreign policy. He viewed the kingdom as a key ally against Iranian influence. His first foreign trip as president was to Riyadh. Trump announced a $1 trillion arms deal with Saudi Arabia, touting it as a boost to the U.S. economy. However, the deal drew criticism from human rights groups, who accused Trump of ignoring Saudi Arabia's human rights record. This included its involvement in the Yemen war. The relationship faced scrutiny after journalist Jamal Khashoggi's murder. U.S. intelligence concluded the Saudi crown prince ordered the killing, but Trump resisted sanctions, citing economic interests. His approach reflected a transactional view of foreign policy, where economic interests often trumped human rights concerns. His close ties with the kingdom were controversial, but aligned with his America First worldview. Section 5. A Legacy of Disruption. Trump's Enduring Impact. Donald Trump's presidency may be over, but his impact on the world stage continues to reverberate. His unconventional approach to foreign policy, characterized by a disdain for multilateralism, a preference for bilateral deals, and a willingness to use tariffs as a cudgel, has left an indelible mark on the global order. Trump's legacy is a complex one, marked by both successes and failures. His supporters point to his tough stance on China, his brokering of the Abraham Accords, and his withdrawal from the Iran nuclear deal as evidence of his effectiveness. His detractors counter that his actions have alienated allies, emboldened adversaries, and undermined the rules-based international order. Only time will tell what the ultimate consequences of Trump's foreign policy will be. However, one thing is certain, his presidency has fundamentally altered the global landscape, ushering in an era of uncertainty and volatility that is likely to persist for years to come.